Hey everybody, it's Jack here, TalkNorwichCity. I hope you guys are all doing very well indeed. Thought I'd drop in today for a little chat ahead of Sheffield Wednesday this Saturday, tomorrow at the time of recording. Norwich City, of course, coming off the back of a 3-1 defeat for Luton Town and probably our worst performance of the season. I guess relatively it wasn't because of the sheer amount of injuries. No Pukki, no Tim Krul, no Lucas Roop in the middle, which I think made a difference. Todd Cantwell still, well, basically our whole starting 11 is injured at this moment in time, other than the defensive line. Luton were good on that night, though, I think. Although we weren't at the races, I think you have to give credit to Luton. I think they're very well drilled under Nathan Jones. One of the best high presses I've seen this season. Similar to what Rotherham did in the opening 20 minutes, but they were able to do it for the whole 90. Got back into the game with Emi Buendia's penalty. You're thinking, okay, can we do something here? And then you go and concede a sloppy set-piece goal. The first half was okay. The second half was just abysmal. Like, never ever looked like getting back into the game after James Collins scored his penalty. So fair play to Luton. I did see, though, the picture of Luke Berry celebrating getting awarded a penalty with the referee. He was literally on his back. I'm not making excuses. I just found the image relatively amusing. And Norwich City have reported Luton to the FA over some stuff. I think they felt hard done by on the night, Norwich City, and I think they felt they were not being treated as fairly as Luton Town. But that's behind us. We're still top of the league. Watford didn't win. Bournemouth lost. Results in the week definitely went our way. You could say it was an opportunity to put some distance between us and the chasing pack, but it didn't happen. It's nice that teams in and around us are losing at a time when we are too, and we've got this massive injury, situation on our hands. I don't think it's going to ever be as bad as this again this season. I really hope not. So you could argue that we're at our lowest in terms of quality at the moment, and if we're still top of the league, that's a really good sign. I also understand how tight it is up the top there. I think there's only 4 points between us and 10th place Luton. So work to be done, and over the next few weeks is a good opportunity to do that. Sheffield Wednesday up this Saturday, a team who started the season on negative points due to financial misconduct, and they haven't won in their last 5 games. Now, they have won 3 games this season. That's level with Nottingham Forest, Rotherham, Coventry and Birmingham. So I don't think Sheffield Wednesday are as bad as some people make out, and I think the being 23rd in the table is a slight, it is very much a missed position, isn't it? Because they should be higher if they didn't have their negative points. So Sheffield Wednesday will be coming to Norwich City, looking at the injuries, looking at the way that Coventry and Luton played against us in the last few weeks, and they will have some kind of hope and optimism. I look at the injured list, and to be fair to Sheffield Wednesday, they're not, they're not loving life at the moment either. Aidan Flint's out injured, Barry Bannon's out injured, Dunkley's out, Jack Marriott's out, Kieran Westwood's out. So a lot of players in there. I'm looking at Flint, I'm looking at Bannon, Marriott and Westwood, 4 players who are very decent at this level, which will play into Norwich City's hands. Now, I'm recording this before Daniel Farke's press conference on Friday. It's always quite late, so I like to get these done and out before then. But I'm hoping Teemu Pukki will be back for this Saturday. I would have thought, even if he's like on the verge, Farke may want to risk him because he's so important to the way we play. And I think it was highlighted on Tuesday night against Luton Town, Wednesday night, sorry. There's just no movement going forwards when Pukki isn't in the side, and you can't blame Stiepermann. He's not a striker, and I know he's played, and I know he's said he's born to score goals, but he's not an out-and-out striker, and you realise how important Pukki is and how good he is at this level when you're without him. You only know how good it is until you haven't got it anymore, and it's so true with Teemu Pukki. Tim Krul, I don't think will be back for this one. He'll hopefully be back in maybe a week or a week and a half's time. We miss him dearly as well. I think the thing with McGovern is, and a few people said this in the watch-along on Wednesday, he's not necessarily a bad shot stopper, and he's an international goalkeeper. So there is a clear calibre about Michael McGovern, but I still don't think he organises his defence as well. He's not as dominant in his area. You know, the header that Luton scored, their second goal, I think Krul would have came out and punched that, or I don't think that goal goes in if it isn't, if Tim Krul's in goal. And that's not necessarily a dig at Michael McGovern, because he is up against and competing against the best goalkeeper in the league in Tim Krul. The stats say it, we can see it, the pundits say it. We know Tim Krul is the best goalkeeper in this division. So to have a number 2 with international pedigree is only a good thing. And I don't like it when people criticise Michael McGovern, because he's got a really tricky job on his hands. And we all know he's not as good as Tim Krul, but that's what it is. Your second choice goalkeeper, if he was better than Tim Krul, he wouldn't be your number 2. So there's an issue there. The defensive line, I don't think were as good against Luton. I think Jakob Sorensen had a tricky game. So did Max, so did the centre-back pairing. So if they can solidify, and we've got Timu Pukki back in the mix, Emi Buendia's starting to score a few goals, I'm feeling a lot more confident. And I don't think Sheffield Wednesday are the side that Luton are. I think a lot of people underestimated Luton going into that. If you look at the last 10 games of last season and the start of this season, they're one of the best championship sides in terms of form. So scratch that one off, you know, scribble through it on the form lines. Let's look ahead to Sheffield Wednesday now. Hopefully Pukki's back. Cantwell's not far off. Krul's not far off. Hernandez will be back hopefully around the new year. Kenny McLean's recovery is being brought forwards. Kieran Dowell will hopefully be in and around the mix very soon. So we're starting to hopefully get through this injury crisis, and it has been a crisis. The amount of injuries has been utterly staggering, and I haven't seen anything like it before. But hopefully we're nearly through. It's a good opportunity to get 3 points on the board against Sheffield Wednesday, because we can't keep relying on Bournemouth and Watford and Swansea to drop points. They will put a run together. And now it's another chance for us to build another unbeaten run. The 10-game unbeaten run is done, scratched off. We go again. I'm really looking forward to this Saturday. We'll be on the watch along from 2:45. Come and join us if you would like to do that. Of course, some of you might be back at Carrow Road, which will be absolutely wonderful. I'm really looking forward to hearing what that experience is like with a couple of thousand fans in there. So, hoping for a good game this weekend. I'm feeling more optimistic than I was on Wednesday night, and that can only mean good things. So let me know your score predictions down in the comments section below. As always, thank you to our sponsors who are very kindly on board and helping us financially, and I'll see you on the watch along. See you later, everyone. Bye-bye.